in one trip, we had plans to go and attend my brother-in-law's daughter's wedding. That was the ladies that we didn't have plans to stay for Ladies' Day birthday. He called us for an interview. He knows our plans. We human beings kind of worry. That is the problem. I think the more I kind of share this, you leave it to him. He knows the best for us. He is your friend. He knows what is best for us. But we humans, we kind of start worrying. So one day we were planning, we made all the trips to go to Vizag for the wedding. And here Swami starts asking all the people, that was before the Ladies' Day, when are you leaving, sir? When are you leaving? And one couple said, we are leaving day after. So he said, no, stay back. Go after birthday. Then our human monkey mind says, I was wondering, what if Swami tells us our wedding is on 23rd or whatever? That's how we are. But Lord knows the best. Lord knows the best. This I can't emphasize that. He came to me and said, when are you leaving, sir? I just said, Swami, we are leaving tomorrow. Then Swami immediately looked at me and said, oh, you're not going to be there for Ladies' Day? Okay, that's okay. Since you're not going to be here for Ladies' Day, I'll have to give you a sari. Swami didn't have to do that. Why do you think Swami he doesn't have to do that? He is so concerned. He said, since you're not going to be for the Ladies' Day, I have to give you a sari. And he goes inside and then brings a sari, a nice pattu sari. He's so meticulous. Those are the moments I don't think future generations will miss. What a perfectionist Swami was. He went inside like a child. He said, this is a nice pattu sari for you. And then he took this. My wife was so anxious to take in the hands. He brings the bag. He folds it and puts inside, keep it. And he blesses. I mean, we were worried that Swami would say, of course, if Swami says stay back, probably we would have stayed back, but our mind starts thinking differently. But Swami knows all. Swami knows your plans, when to go, when to send, when to hold you back. That is an amazing experience. So everything went well. Another experience was one January night, fantastic January night sports day. I never thought I could see a sports day like that. What an Swami is the fantastic host. So I never expected. I was the only foreign doctor. Of course, there's one doctor from Bombay was visiting. So we were sitting in the veranda. All of a sudden, Sudhir Bhaskar sir comes. After darshan, we didn't even expect anything like that. It was night day before. He just out of the blue, he stops me and said, how many people are from America? I said, how many people are working in the hospital? I said, sir, I am the one, and few people left already a few days before. I'm the only one here, and there is another doctor from Bombay. We both are working. I was honest, and I said, he said, no, only from States, he said. I said, I didn't know. I said, then I'm the only one, sir. He said, why don't you see me at the stadium at 6 o'clock sharp in the morning? I said, I didn't know what he meant. So, stadium, I thought we doctors have a separate thing. Then I went and met him at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he was with a list, and he was looking at me. He said, oh, I'm glad you came. So you go and occupy on that 4th row, 2nd seat. I thought, am I dreaming? I said, no. He said, go on that. I was expecting to be sitting down someplace. He said that. What else I could do? I went and I shared the seat in the Hillview Stadium. January Sports Day, fantastic events, and Swami comes, blesses, of course, and he was sitting 3rd row or whatever, the sports minister was there that day. Beautiful view of Swami from behind. What a host. Every hour Swami was serving us, unbelievable. What a host he was. We were we were happy that we were sharing the stage with Swami, but and observing all the events on a beautiful January morning. Then finally Swami, a student comes with the shawls, and Swami comes up and walks, and Swami came to in between the seats. Swami's knees was touching, robe was touching, and I held Swami's hand. Swami's right hand was in my hand, left hand was in my hand. Swami was taking the shawls from across, from the boys the tray, and he was distributing this. All along, Swami's knees were touching my knees. Swami's robe was touching. Swami was holding my hand, or I was holding the hand. That was a pleasant moment and Hillview. And then I went as a courtesy, and I said thank you to Sudhir Bhaskar next day. Sir, thank you very much for making me sit. Then and he made my day even better. He said, I did not do that. Swami made the list. Swami made the list, he said. I said, it is not you or me making me sit there. He said, Swami made, that is why I asked only America. So he particularly wanted people. So that's why Swami, I have nothing to do with it. That even made me good. Swami, what a feeling we had, unbelievable feeling. That was another memorable interview we had with Swami, and he called my daughter-in-law, my son, after the wedding again. That was, they both had the ring and chain. We almost every family member had some gift or other, which is a nice token. Then one of the one birthday time I came, and my wife always, I used to have a nice fancy watch, and once Swami's, I was into Swami so much, and I decided to take off my bracelets, my wedding rings, nothing, only Swami's. If Swami gives, only Swami's. I all have Swami's subjects, whichever. So my wife always said, you want to buy another watch? No, if only Swami gives, that's all. I'm not interested in his fancy watches or anything. Next, that birthday trip, Swami was distributing watches. He knows that I like Ganesh, and this is the watch, Swami. He threw and I caught, and that is an amazing thing to catch this watch. I use it very carefully. And one more time, my wife always kept, you should buy, why do you wear ordinary watch? So she got one Swami's, you be careful there. If you want, you can buy another watch, Citizen watch. I said, no, I'm not buying any watches. Next trip, Swami distributed watches. This time, it's a beautiful Citizen watch. What can I ask? I have 2 watches. That is unbelievable thing. Unbelievable. Of course, that is so much for that, but we had so more life-saving experiences. One time, my son was driving in the winter time. He was driving my car. It's a good car. Came, and then he called me just 10 minutes away from my home. Said, Dad, that car is kind of dragging. I said, anyhow, you're home. Come slowly, and then come. And then he came, and then he stayed with us, and then took my other car, and he went. And then I called the service person, and then he had to drive 60 miles from his place to my place, winter time. And a service person came and took the car out. He told me, Doctor, what happened to the car? The chassis broke. Did you drive this car? I said, no, my son drove. You're lucky. The chassis broke, that the car chassis broke. How did he come 60 miles? Lord knows, Swami's. Honestly, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. That is, the car chassis broke. Immediately you got that. That happened. One more time, we were coming from Dayton. We always talk, me and my wife, coming home after visiting my son. We were in a 2-lane highway. It's not a 2-lane highway. It's not 1 lane. We were talking about Swami. Swami's CD or something was being played. We were just talking about Swami. We were almost close to home. We were on the left side lane, and next to us was a ditch, almost. And then that was a one-way lane, and there's another ditch, and there is a by lane, and the ditch was there, and then the two opposite lane was different. And we were driving slowly. There was in the next lane there was another car. He stopped, and the car stopped ahead of us. He literally stopped on a highway. And then we was going. All of a sudden, a car comes ahead of us in the wrong direction. My wife said, are you in the one lane and you're in the wrong direction? I had to really think twice. Because sometimes the 2 lanes changes into single lanes. I thought because we were carried away talking and all that. No, and then quickly applied the brake, and the car didn't go into the ditch, it stopped. And the other person zoomed past. And the other guy, we were so literally shaken, and then we started the car, and then the person who stopped right next, he stopped and said, "Are you okay? I knew that car was coming, I knew something would happen, that's why I stopped," he said. And it was a head-on collision. It was a head-on collision meant to happen. I stopped and it went past. I thought I was in the wrong direction. When you're driving that fast to stop, you could be thrown off the ditch or anything. So who saved that, Swami? Then I mentioned that to Swami next time. Yes, he said. So that is a miraculous happening. That's unbelievable. Swami is there. Swami is there for us. If you believe, have faith in Swami is there. Now, if for the newer generation, like that, we were fortunate. We had many experiences, of course. More and more into Swami. Now, more and more, I thought Swami has done so much for us. We have to be grateful. Now, what can we do to Swami? We have to do service. Swami, of all the things, Swami only talks about service, service, and service. And we don't know anything else, and I thought I have to do some kind of service, and which is the best place? Sathya Sai Super Speciality Hospital, Puttaparthi, where the services are free. Deserving patients, everybody can come for free. What a meticulous, clean hospital, which doesn't look like a hospital. It's almost like a temple. So I started liking to come. Ever since I came, I enjoyed working. I tell the new generation people that Swami is still there. He's still guiding. Have faith in him. Pray to him. Now it is time you connect to him inside. You connect. Swami has not gone anywhere. Literally, you sit in the mandir, some of the bhajans, tears even today come. Aavo mere pyare Sai. The other day, tears rolled by. Swami is there. Swami, you call him, he will come. Now we all know that Swami is not there in the physical form, but for those people who believe, I think Swami is very much with us. If you have faith and continue to have that faith, Swami is guiding us. Whether maybe it's in dream or personal interaction, Swami is there. You have that faith and continue to praise to Swami. And the important thing is, now it's time to follow his message. Our life should be his message. That's what Swami always said that. So we have to do that. Otherwise we would be doing very much injustice to Swami and his institutions and his teachings. So I think it is time we should not be doing lip service, but doing real service, what Swami has asked us to do. And service is always he emphasized so. And I was excited when Swami said that. Swami blessed me with 2 service projects, and I've been doing healthcare promotions. Swami blessed the CD, and ever since I've been covering healthcare promotions in Hyderabad and here, wherever I go, and I get enjoyment out of doing that. A very small amount of service, but I enjoy what I do it. And as far as the new younger doctors, I tell you, you have chosen a wonderful profession. I do respect all professions are equally good. I have no prejudice against anybody. But for somehow, I love my profession, medical profession. I'm very passionate about being a doctor, because that's where we can serve people. You get enjoyment. Not that any profession you can get enjoyment. I've been a doctor for 45 years. I like my profession and enjoy what I'm doing. And if you're a doctor, you have plenty of opportunities. Of course, you have to earn your livelihood, but earn money decently, honestly. Today I'm sitting back. Honestly, I can say that in front of Swami, every money I earned has been a honest money. Never cheated anybody. Please do service and make honest living, decent living. Go and provide service for the needy. Don't keep money as your front line. Give service, money will automatically come. That's been my philosophy, and I practice. And Swami always provided me at the end of today. Thank you. Sai Ram.